shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet do.
Just like a moth drawn to a flame.
Hit me like a drug and I can't stop it. Feel me like a glove and I can't knock it.
Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky like shooting stars?
Choking in the crowd, building my rain up in the cloud, falling like ashes to the ground, hoping my feelings they would drown.
I came in like a wrecking ball. Now I'm floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee. I earned my stripes.
Well, those were some very popular songs by various artists around the world. But did you notice anything similar in them? All of them contain the word like. All of these songs are talking about a direct comparison. Can you now guess what we are going to discuss in this video? Hello everyone, welcome to my new series about literary devices. In this video, we will talk about one of the most commonly used literary devices in the English language. Yes, you guessed it right, simile. So in these lyrics, people are being compared to magnets because they pull and push each other. Aeroplanes in the night sky are being compared to shooting stars and so on. You can have a look at the lyrics here. Let's now look at some very common everyday examples of simile which we all use. The first example is, I slept like a log. Here, a person's sleep is being compared to a log. It implies that the person doesn't move at all while they sleep, just like a log. So the log's quality of being immovable is being used to describe this person's manner of sleeping. Let's look at another example. The news hit him like a ton of bricks. So the news is being compared to a ton of bricks. The characteristic of bricks being hurtful is used to convey the intensity of the news, meaning that the news is as impactful as a ton of bricks. Let's take one final example. Her dress was light as a feather. So the dress is directly being compared to a feather. The dress is light as a feather. So the quality being focused here is the lightweightedness of the dress. In all these examples, a comparison is being made between any two unlike things using like and as. But in some cases, words like compare and resemble are also used to draw this comparison between any two things. So we saw how we don't realize that we use similes in our day-to-day language, but we use them on a daily basis in our songs, in our movies, and in our day-to-day conversations. Now that we looked at some common examples, let's discuss what a simile is. A simile is a figure of speech that directly compares two unlike or non-similar things. Let me explain it with an example. Do you think there's any similarity between a girl and a rose? Although they are not similar in any respect, but consider this statement. The girl was as beautiful as a rose. So here a direct comparison is being made between the girl and the rose, which are both beautiful. And look how the word as is used to make this comparison. So we notice that similes most often use the connecting words like or as to compare two unlike things. The comparison made by a simile is often explicit. Explicit means direct. The comparison is not hidden. So you will very easily be able to point out which two things are compared in a sentence. Now that we've discussed simile as a literary device, let's find out the function of a simile. Why do you think we use simile? Take a look at this picture and try to come up with at least two sentences to describe it. You can pause the video and do it. I will now show you some sample sentences that I have written down. The stars are shining in the sky. The sky is full of stars. The night sky looks beautiful. I hope you've come up with similar sentences. Now consider these two statements. The night sky looked like a velvet curtain studded with expensive diamonds. The light from the stars lit up the sky like a bright lantern. So you can clearly see the difference between the two descriptions. The second one is clearly more effective as it is more detailed and vivid. This is because of the use of simile to describe the night sky. It is easier to imagine the night sky from the second description because of how rich it is, because of the words being used, and because of the direct comparison of the sky with diamonds. So a simile is used to describe one thing using something else which is more familiar and relatable to the audience. This eases the imagination of the unfamiliar thing. So one known thing is used to describe something else which is not known. The second function of a simile is to spark the reader's imagination. It helps the reader to create a mental picture of the thing that is being described in the sentence. A simile also makes the description more vivid and interesting, which grasps the reader's attention and it makes the text more interesting. Now let us analyze some examples from literary texts. In the eastern sky, there was a yellow patch like a rug laid for the feet of the coming sun. This line is from The Red Badge of Courage by Stephen Crane. Here, the eastern sky with the yellow patch is being compared to a rug or a soft carpet using the word like. This comparison makes the reader imagine the color and the texture of the sky. So let's look at another example. She tried to get rid of the kitten which had scrambled up her back and stuck like a burr just out of reach. These lines are from the novel Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. In this example, the kitten is being compared to a burr using the word like. So this comparison highlights the cat's quality of being elusive and out of reach just like a burr. These were some examples from prose. Let us now look at some examples from poetry. How like a winter hath my absence been from thee, the pleasure of the fleeting year. These lines have been taken from Sonnet 97 by Shakespeare. Here the poet's absence is being compared to the winter season using the word like. So this is a very good example of a simile. Let's look at one last example from a very famous poem, Daffodils by William Wordsworth. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills. Here in this example, the word as is being used to compare the poet's loneliness with a cloud. So these were some examples from literature containing a simile. Now here are some more examples from some famous literary texts. You can pause the video here and try to find out the similes used in these lines. Let's move ahead. We just discussed how simile is very easy to spot because of the connecting words like or as. However, it is very easy to confuse between a simile and any other general sentence. Let's look at some examples of what is not a simile. As long as you are here, I will stay. In this sentence, as long as is a phrase. It is not being used to make any comparison here. So this is not an example of a simile. I will not be able to meet you as I will be busy with work this weekend. In this sentence, the word as is used to mean because, to give reason for something. Again, no comparison is being made here. So this is also not an example of simile. Aman and Sneha are like-minded people. Here the word like is an adjective which means similar-minded. So again, no comparison is being made. So this is also not an example of a simile. I like the way you dress up. In this example, like is a verb. This is not an example of simile either. Do you know how to add up like fractions? Here, the word like is a noun. Like fraction means similar fractions. However, this is not an example of simile because no direct comparison is being made between any two things. So it is clear how like and as are easy identifiers of a simile. However, not every sentence containing the word like or as is a simile. So try to keep that in mind. Now let's discuss simile in comparison with metaphor. This will just be a quick discussion. If you want to study the difference between these two in detail, you can watch my other video. The link will be on the screen and in the description box. Let's look at the similarity between the two first. Both are types of figurative language. Figurative means beyond literal meaning. So the meanings are mostly imaginary. Both are used to draw comparison between unlike things, between non-similar things. So if simile and metaphor are so similar, what is the actual difference between the two? Let's now discuss the differences between a simile and a metaphor. But before moving on to that, I'd like you to take a look at these two sentences. Her eyes were like bright stars and her eyes were bright stars. So the first one is a simile and the second one is an example of metaphor. Simile uses the words like or as to establish a comparison between two things. No such words are used in a metaphor. You can see that the first sentence where a comparison is being made between her eyes and bright star uses the word like to make this comparison. The second sentence is an example of metaphor. although a similar comparison is being made there too, but without using the word like or as. So this is one major difference in the structure of a simile and a metaphor. Now let's take a look at the other difference. A simile makes an explicit comparison by asserting that two different things are similar, while a metaphor asserts an implicit comparison by stating that one thing is the other thing. Here, explicit means that the comparison made by a simile is direct. It is very visible. It is not hidden. But that made by a metaphor is indirect or hidden. So in a nutshell, simile puts the two unlike things next to each other and establishes a similarity between the two, using the words like or as. In a metaphor, however, there is a sort of a direct superimposition of one thing over the other. It tries to imply that one thing is the other thing without using the words like or as. So that was it for this video. Now I'll leave you with a fun video. Try to identify as many examples of simile as you can from it. Have fun. Thank you so much for watching.